Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Christina. Thank you for being here. Today I have a review and swatches of the Orly Terra Nova Collection for fall of 2024. Orly describes this collection as a shift to moodier jewel tones. They say these rich grounding hues come alive with vibrancy and curiosity as Terra Nova invites us to look at our home planet through a new lens. I purchased these collections through Color Pass, which is Orly's annual subscription. Every season, they send out a new six-piece collection, and when you purchase it through their Color Pass, you also get a couple of extra goodies, and that is how I received these. So if you're interested in that, please check out Orly's Color Pass. This first shade is called Rustic Root. Orly describes this as a reddish-brown shimmer that looks like something plucked straight from the earth. I would have to agree. It is a very beautiful red, rusty red shimmer color. I absolutely love tones like this. I'm not normally a red polish lover, but this one just glows off of the nails and is very, very beautiful. It applied itself. It was very, very smooth. Even though here I had a little bit of application issues, that was not the polish's fault. That was due to my own application error. But I find Orly's polishes to be some of the easiest for me to use, especially because of the paddle brush. They seem to fit my nail bed better than most, including OPI, even though I also love OPI. So that's the first coat. As you can see, it is very, very opaque. Not quite a one coater. I definitely needed two coats on this one, but because of how easily it applies, that definitely wasn't a problem. This next polish is called Earth Fire. It is a fiery burnt orange cream based on the beautiful canyons. It's definitely a little bit more of a burnt orange than it is a primary orange, and this polish is definitely more crelly than it is a cream. You can see here when I painted it on, you can definitely see my very stark white nail line after the first coat, but if I remember correctly, after two coats, it was definitely fully opaque. Again, very, very smooth. No application issues on this one whatsoever. Here's the second coat. This next polish is called Gilded Dune. Orly describes this as a shifting desert sands brought to life with this golden mustard shimmer. Definitely has a very interesting shimmer in it. I don't really know for sure what color that shimmer is. It kind of looks like it's got green shimmer to me, but I am absolutely terrible with descriptions. Also, I don't know what happened to the footage from my first swatch of this polish, so you're already seeing it on my nails. But here is the second swatch. This is another one that at just the right angles, I could definitely still see my nail line after three coats. Correction, I'm sorry, after two coats. However, I wasn't able to see it when I was looking at it from a little bit of a distance. So if you don't like nail line, you might want to use a blurring base coat or, you know, do three coats. I kind of topped out at two here. The next color is called Sky Stone. It is a very beautiful teal jewel tone shade. Orly describes it as a teal cream plucked from the sky. I don't really get the sky reference here, but it is absolutely beautiful. I think it's a gorgeous deserty type shade. Definitely perfect for a fall teal jewel tone shade. Here's the first coat. You can see it is also a little bit on the crellyish side. So it's going to take at least two coats to get opaque. Once again, application was completely smooth and easy. I absolutely love Orly's polishes. They just go on like butter. Here's the second coat. Can see here it dries a tiny bit darker than it actually applies, but not by much. It's pretty much the color that you already see. I would say that once again, if you don't like nail line, you might have to do 3 coats for this one. I have very stark nail tips, so if you don't have bright white nail tips like I do, then you probably won't have anything to worry about with that. But mine are always usually very visible through polishes like this. The next color that we have is called Bedrock Bloom, and Orly describes this as a fuchsia cream inspired by the wildflowers that are seen by the mountainside. It's absolutely beautiful color. Once again, another common color for fall that we see pretty often. I'm sure you probably have something similar to this in your collection. Definitely leans more on the pinker side than anything, but I love that about this polish. I think that the pinker it leans, the nicer it looks on my skin tone personally, so I love that. Also a curlier formula more than a cream, but it's definitely more opaque than the last one. You can see here it hides my nail line pretty well, but I will definitely still need at least 2 coats. And absolutely no application issues with any of these. You can see here that it's one thing that I love about Orly polishes is if you're in a hurry, you can pretty much paint them on very quickly and be out the door before you know it. Very squishy looking, very shiny on their own. None of these swatches are shown with top coat, so how they look on the nail is how they are actually going to look when you paint them on. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. And the last polish in the collection is called Starlit Shale. Orly describes this as a violet purple cream, like the purple hues of a sunset setting on the riverbanks. It's a nice purple polish, a little bit squishier. Definitely a beautiful tone of purple. You can see here I did a little bit darker of a coat on my ring finger than I did on my pinky finger and on my middle finger. So you can see that depending on how much polish you get on your brush, you may be able to get away with this in one coat. I am terrible at swatching, so unfortunately for me, my pinky definitely was not one coat. I'm always afraid of flooding my cuticles, so I tend to do much thinner coats than I should, and then I have to go back in. But I don't mind doing 2 coats of this because of how easy the application is. It really doesn't take anything at all to just go back in with a second coat once the first one dries. You can see how dark this is. I personally do not believe that there is any lighting in which this could be confused for a black. It definitely looks very purple on the nails to me. I don't think it's one of those that could be confused for any other color once it dries. I love purples like this that are deep enough that it's a dark, like almost like a Halloween purple, but it still looks like purple on the nails, and you don't have to question whether or not somebody's wearing black polish, which there's a place for black polish too. I just like my purples that actually look like purple. And that's it, guys. That is the full Orly Terra Nova collection for fall of 2024. Let me know if you guys picked this up or if you plan on picking it up, and if so, which one of these is your favorite. Thanks again for watching, and please subscribe.